Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're here in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, and we're gonna talk about immigration to Italy. Let's head out first, and we're gonna have a tour around while talking about one of the easiest way to immigrate to Italy. The first thing first, it's for non-EU residents. So if you live outside the European Union, then you are eligible to apply. And this visa is a long stay visa, which means you can stay more than 90 days in Italy. Let's talk first about the benefits of this program. And let's take the elevator and go downstairs. So the benefits of this program, if you got approved, you're gonna get a free education for your kids. This is the first thing. And the second thing, you will have the access for the national healthcare system in Italy, and you're gonna have a family doctor and free visits and free consultations, which is a great thing. And then on top of that, if you went to the hospital, you won't pay any fees. They mentioned that probably you might pay small fees, but generally speaking, you won't pay anything because you're covered. And the most important thing, that you would be able to bring your family over with your kids, absolutely. Another thing, you will be eligible to apply for a permanent resident and then for the citizenship. So now let's just talk about the requirements and try to dive into it and explain each and everything. The first thing, you need a valid passport. As they mentioned, you need a passport valid for at least 3 months, but I don't really recommend that. Probably you're gonna wait a bit longer for the process, so I highly recommend you to renew your passport at least for 6 months or 1 year. You can always feel the good vibes in Niagara Falls. Anyways, the second thing, you have to provide a passport size picture. So that's the thing that you should take into consideration, and supposed to be with a white background, 35mm by 45mm. So that's the second thing that you have to take into consideration. And the third thing that you have to provide is civil status documents, such as birth certificate or a marriage certificate. And make sure to translate that into English and attest it by interpreter. So now we're done with the 3 things, which is your passport, pictures, and the civil status documents. And now we're gonna move to police clearance from your home country. So if you live in your home country, it's pretty easy to get that and translate it into English. But if you live overseas and you reside in another country than your home country, then you can ask the government there to get a police clearance or police certificate that you didn't commit any kind of crimes or offenses while during your stay. So that's the thing that you can do if you live more than 3 months in the country where you reside right now, or you can just contact your embassy and get the police clearance from your home country. Hopefully you're gonna enjoy this tour. We're gonna head to the falls. We're gonna walk around like 10 or 12 minutes to get there. It's a beautiful day. Moving to the next requirement, which is providing health insurance. You need to head to one of those travel and tours agencies and ask them what the best plans they have. Actually, you need to cover the European Union. Even if you are traveling only to Italy, you have to cover that, and the insurance has to cover 30,000 euro. You don't have to pay that. It has to cover that amount of money, like 30,000 euros, and then you're gonna pay for that around $50 or $40. So you can just ask one of those agencies, or you can just find it online. As well, I'm gonna leave one of the companies in the description box down below. And the other requirement is having a rental agreement. You need to have a rental agreement because this is a long stay visa, and they need you to provide that. I know most of you think that it's gonna be impossible to provide such a thing because you live overseas and it's gonna be hard to find a landlord online. And I know many scams are over there, especially if you want to book a room in Spain or Italy, so be careful and watch out. So what I suggest you to do, to book a room or an apartment on Airbnb for a couple days, like from 5 to 10 days, and then make an explanation letter to the embassy. Tell them, hey, I don't know anyone there and I got scammed before, so I'm gonna stay for a couple weeks in this place, and probably I'm gonna renew my stay and stay longer until I find the right place to sign a contract, a leasing contract for a long term. So that's the best way. You need to make an official letter, explanation letter to the embassy, and attach that to the Airbnb booking. Moving to the last requirement, which is providing a financial resources. You have to prove that you have a financial resources like property income. For example, you own a property overseas or in your home country or where you reside, and you're getting that income per month. And they want you to spend what you're earning overseas in Italy. So to give you the temporary stay and then move to, permanent resident and then citizenship. So if you have a property income, you can use that. If you have a small company and you're making some money per month, you can use that. If you have a pension, or if you have any kind of stocks or anything to prove that you're getting something per month, even if you're getting something from your family, it's a family business, you can use that as well. Let me just walk away from this noise. It's a little bit loud here, so we can just explain or give more examples. As I mentioned, you need to provide a financial resources, like if you have a property income, you need to provide an ownership for that property. If you have a pension, you have to provide your bank statement. If you have a company, you need to provide a license or any kind of certificate of your company if it was, corporation or LLC. So this is how you prove that you would be able to spend and live your life in Italy, because you need the money for rent, for transportation and food. That's the whole thing. But let's talk right now about what the amount that you need in your bank account. So if you were applying a loan without a family, you need to show 31,000 euros in your bank account, that you're earning such a money per year, either if it's coming, from a property or a pension or probably from your company overseas. You need to show only 31,000 euros. But if you are applying with your partner or your spouse, you need to show 38,000 euros. And if you have any kids, you should increase that amount 20% if you are planning to bring any of your dependents. So 20% more for each child comes with you. And now let's talk how you can apply for this visa. The first thing first, you need to check if you have an Italian embassy or consulate where you live or where you reside. So if you have an Italian embassy, you call them, you get an appointment to submit your application and other documents that we talked about. If you don't have their number, you can get their email address and ask for an appointment. If you don't have an Italian embassy or consulate where you live or where you reside, you need to check the country closest to you and give them a call and ask them if they are accepting applicants from your country. Let's say you're from India and you don't have an Italian embassy in India, in New Delhi for example. You should call the Italian embassy in Pakistan or Bangladesh and ask them if they are accepting applicants from India. If so, then you should just send your application to them or mail it to them. This is how it works. But in other countries, some European embassies are authorized to take applications for other countries. For example, if you don't have an Italian embassy, you can submit your application at the Spanish embassy, but they should be authorized by the Italian embassy first. So you have to check, you have to give them a call or send them an email. We're gonna walk all the way down and then turn right to get to the falls. Hopefully you are enjoying the tour today. So after locating your embassy and booking an appointment, you need to fill out the application. I'm gonna leave in the description box the link where you can just download the long stay visa application for Italy, and I'm gonna make another video and show you guys how to fill it out step by step and walk you through all the process. And regarding the fees, you're gonna pay around 115 euros for the visa application. I'm gonna recap and remind you guys with the documents again. You need to have an appointment, you need to have the application ready, you need to have 115 euros to pay for the visa fees, and as well you need to have a financial resources to prove that. You need to have a valid passport, pictures, health insurance, and you need to have police clearance, and as well the civil documents, which is a birth certificate or marriage certificate. So after getting approved, you have to fly to Italy. Once you get there, you need to find the nearest post office and ask them for the application kit. You have to fill out all the application required, and provide photocopies of your documents. So once you submit all that, they're gonna give you an appointment for the second phase process. And the second step is heading to the police headquarters while being there in Italy, and they're gonna take your fingerprints, they're gonna ask you a few questions, and then you have to submit the original documents to the police headquarters, and then you have to wait for the processing. And then once you get approved, and you will absolutely, you will get the Italian resident permit, and that's gonna be valid for 1 or 2 years. And after living in Italy for 5 years, you're gonna get a permanent resident, and another 5 years, then you will be eligible to apply for citizenship. And the only downside of this visa that you cannot work in Italy while being on this visa. You cannot find a job, you cannot start a business. That's the only downside. Some people, they are just getting such a resident permit and going to other European countries to find a job. And now we're gonna talk how you can increase your chances. You can apply for a tourist visa, for example, and make an explanation letter. You can explain to the embassy and tell them, hey, I want to go to Italy because I want to see if I could adopt my family and see if that's suitable for us. I want to find a property to rent because the Italian resident elective visa needs such a thing like a rental agreement, as we talked about that. So you can explain to them that it's going to be a discovery visit and you want to see if that's going to be a suitable option for you. In this case, if you got the visa, you can go to Italy and check if that's really suitable for you, and if you came back, that's a great advantage to be accepted in the program. So now you have an Italian valid visa and you're ready to apply for the Italian elective resident visa, and around 99%, or let's say 95%, you will be accepted because you made it too professional, you made an exploratory visit to Italy, and now you have all the documents ready. So this is the best way to apply for the Italian elective resident visa. And before wrapping this up, I want to let you know, guys, that we're going to make another video to show you how you can fill out your application for this program. And we're going to make another video to show you how you can fill out your application for the tourist visa to Italy. So it's going to be pretty simple and smooth, and we're going to walk you through all the process. We're doing our best to provide free content for everyone because many people, they are struggling. They don't even have cash to hire a consultant or an immigration lawyer. So that's the reason why we are providing free content step by step and with the whole process. But some people, they don't even know how to fill out their application. We can do that on behalf of them, and we're gonna charge something pretty low because nothing is guaranteed and we cannot guarantee any outcome. That's the reason why we are charging less. And now, before wrapping this up, let's enjoy this beautiful scene. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day.
Sorry.